What's better, a Google Pixel 7a or similarly priced iPhone? Well, let's imagine that two friends from 10 years ago are trying to imagine what the phones of the future will be. They're curious about the technology advancements and wonder if the things of the future will be completely different to what they have right now. And as they sit down, the phones of the future are pushed in front of them and they sit in anticipation and wonder what it will look like. Well, guess what? This is what an iPhone from 10 years ago looked like. And this is what the Google Pixel looked like. It didn't even have the same name. It literally didn't even have the same name. Not only are our time-traveling friends completely disappointed, but their days are ruined. See, it's 2023, and we need to stop pretending like the iPhone SE looks like a modern phone. It straight up doesn't. It looks like shit. And yeah, maybe from a material point of view, it has a little bit of a better build quality than the Pixel, but I mean, come on, it's not even a competition. And sure, it's a physically smaller device, no doubt. But if you aren't maximizing that screen real estate to take up that small phone physical size, it doesn't really matter. Which is the perfect segue into our next point. So our upset time-traveling friends say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't judge the book by its cover and see what's under the hood. So they power on both devices, boot them up, and unlock their phones. Now on the Pixel, they have a massive 6.1-inch display, something that they've never seen before. There's 429 pixels per inch, a 90 hertz refresh rate, and an over 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. Of course, they don't know that just by looking at the phone. What that really means to all of them is that, hey, this phone looks pretty good. The iPhone SE, on the other hand, is not what they expected at all. First of all, the screen was only 4.7 inches, barely bigger than the phones that they had in their pockets. Literally in their pockets. And yeah, it had a 1400:1 contrast ratio and haptic touch, but in comparison, it didn't even compare. So yeah, let's just say that the boys were not impressed, and forget stats. I mean, just look at the two phones. Literally just look at them. The Pixel wipes the iPhone. But obviously there's more to a phone than just the outside, so they unlocked their devices and got to work. And the first app that they decided to open was the camera app. And on the iPhone, they actually found really high quality. It was crystal clear and had amazing colors. And on the Pixel, it was the exact same thing. In fact, one of them preferred the Pixel and the other preferred the iPhone. Finally, something that the iPhone could compete on. And when they switched over to video mode, man, that changed everything. The iPhone was super smooth, looked great, and even shot cinematic mode. And the Pixel was okay, but when compared to the iPhone, it just wasn't anything special. Because see, when it comes to video, iPhone just still dominates, despite how good Pixel photos are. But I mean, let's take a step back, right? These aren't different phones just because they're made out of different materials, or have different screens, or even have different cameras. The experience on each is completely unique because of Android versus iOS. So the question is, which is the better experience? See, on the one hand, Android had much more customizations and control than the iPhone ever gave. But on the other hand, the iPhone was so simple and straightforward with the path laid out with little deviation. I mean, both are insanely fast, get everything that they need to done, and serve them both in different ways. But the question is, which is the better option? And the answer is it depends. It depends on the type of phone user you are, the peripherals that you have, and everything in between. But what doesn't depend is which is the better choice between the Pixel 7a and the iPhone SE. Because it is stupid how obviously it is the Pixel 7a. Subscribe and watch this video here.